Hi everybody, this is Love of Truth Tarot, and we're going to get right into the reading. There are weird energies going on here, so we're going to have to do the singing bowl. It just feels like there's energies that are trying to block, or maybe I'm just sensing it, that there is a blockage, and maybe that has something to do with what you guys are going through, but I'm going to ring the singing bell now 3 times. I try to keep it very soft. I don't even know how it sounds in the video because it doesn't sound that loud when I'm ringing it, so I apologize if it's extremely loud for some of you. Okay, I just want to see, regardless of I feel something's trying to block you. So we're going to ask angels, guides, ancestors of the highest white light, please give us guidance on not guidance, but information on what is trying to block. No, that's not what I want to say. Okay. What is being blocked, or what direction is being blocked? Crossing bridges, it's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. So something is trying to block you from healing, or let me just move this. Okay. Oh, could just move this over a little more. So something or someone possibly, because I said that first, is trying to block you from crossing a bridge, so to say, from crossing from one realm to another. Healing, connecting, mending, releasing. Somebody doesn't want any of that to be done. And you know what? Tarot readers pick up on all types of energies. Sometimes some people don't pick up on the lower energies, and that's totally fine. And some people pick up on the lower energies, some people pick up on the higher energies, which I think I pick up on all of them. But it depends, it just depends on the day and on the feeling and the... I'm also getting something, okay, I have to say this. There is a lot of orange in these cards, okay? There is a blocking, there is a resisting, there is almost like a energy of frustration trying to block you, okay? I just want to add in, okay, I have to say this now. Now I'm going to read these cards, of course. There's a lot of orange in these cards, and then there's a little bit of orange in here. And orange represents the sacral chakra. It's interesting because I'm wearing pink pants, but they look orange in this light. And I also have orange lights underneath my desk. So, orange is popping out because that has to do with the sacral chakra. Okay? That is about your desires. On my little chart on one of my other tarot deck guides, it says, I feel. Okay? The second last one. That is the sacral chakra. And it also has to do with your desires and your wants. So someone's trying to block what you desire, what you feel, this is what I'm feeling, is meant for you. So ultimately, they're not going to be able to, or whatever this is. It could be an entity, it could be people, it could be both, it could be a group. I think it's a group, it's a collaboration type thing. But let's get into these cards, okay? Transformation, a fresh new way of living emergence. So this is what you're meant to be doing. You're meant to transform and go, again, crossing bridges. You're going from one place to another in your life right now. Someone doesn't want you to transfer from one place to another, and we're talking metaphorically, okay? you are the phoenix rising. Somebody doesn't want you to rise from the ashes. This is why they wanted you to be ashes in the first place, okay, if that makes sense. First light, beginning a new cycle. See? And it's interesting because this is sticking out to me, and right now we're in December, in winter, so it's like, I don't know why, it just stuck out to me. But okay, maybe it's the tree, because evergreen trees are supposed to live for a very long time, but not just that, but throughout the winter. Like, for example, pine trees, spruce trees, those types of trees. I want to say like evergreens. The ones that are living through the winter. This is you. So it's almost like people thought that they could, through this cycle, that they could end you, because usually winter there's a lot of things that die off, but you represent these evergreen trees where you are still thriving, you're still living, you're still maybe not exactly thriving the way that you want, but in the current circumstances you're actually thriving compared to what other people would have done or how they would have reacted to this. So that's what I'm getting. And they're not, kind of like, they don't know how you're still standing. They don't understand it. They're like, well, everything that I've done, whatever this person or entity or whatever energies have done to you, it's not killing you off. Again, you're rising from the ashes. And I hate to say it so, dramatically, like killing you off, but there could have been some sort of death threats too, and I hate to like tap into that because it might be like a little scary for some people, but that happens. This is, this is real life stuff, and this is to warn people. And I just want to say that sometimes I will see little, what's it called? Flashes, like not a flash, but like a little sparkle. It looks like almost like when you see one little piece of glitter on something and it shines, like it glimmers really quick. Not really quick, but that's what I see sometimes out of nowhere, and it could be anywhere in my vicinity. And to me, I feel like those are angels or guides or like very high level spiritual beings helping and guiding me along. And that was a really good sign. And I saw that on this card. So, and when tarot readers do reading, not every tarot reader has these gifts, but we tend to have like spiritual gifts. Sometimes people can see things that are in the spirit realm, hear things in the spirit realm, know things out of nowhere. Things just like kind of come to you in different ways. You can smell things, there's all the senses are connected to how the methods of like hearing, I keep saying hearing, but it's whatever, through whatever sense you can tap into the spirit realm. And a lot of these things are medium, like these are gifts that mediums have usually, but again, tarot readers can be mediums or psychics or like things of the like, I should say. And I just want to put that in there that I have that ability. There, so okay, so seeing, spiritual seeing, I'm trying to think of the name for that. Oh, clairvoyance. Yeah, clairvoyance. And so I don't normally have much of a clairvoyance, but that is what I do see, is like those little sparkles, like I just call them angels. So I don't know if they're technically angels or something similar. I've done research on it, but I think that we can keep an open mind to what it is, but it definitely is a higher vibration and ranking, and I can feel that. And it's usually like a very bright white light, or it will have like multiple colors within it, or like a golden light. But yeah, sometimes it has like colorful, like hints of color in it, but it's mainly like a white light, and it can be, it's usually like small, but it's like it shimmers like a piece of glitter, like you shined a piece, like a light on a piece of glitter on something, and then it just goes away. So like I said, it's a very high level spiritual guide or angel or even ancestor. I don't know, but it's definitely something beautiful when I see it. So it's a good sign. And I noticed that there's this shining star, and it's kind of like that, but like you see it in an instant and then it goes away. So that I feel is, and it's right next to the tree. So like I said, you represent this tree in this reading, and the star represents that angel or high level divine being that is helping you along. And I feel it's helping me along as well. And you're going to go through this cycle, obviously. The next season after winter, obviously, is spring. So that means, like, it's interesting because we can gauge, like, in every reading it would be different, right? Like, where we're at in the season. And not even technically in the seasons, like, literally the weather outside doesn't have to be according to that. But what stuck out to me was the tree in the snow. It could be just related to why, I'm seeing snow where I live. So, it could just subconsciously, like, I could subconsciously be drawn to that because of that. But what I'm trying to say is, like, for example, I could have been drawn to the flowers, not just because it would have been summer, but like it could be winter right now and I could be drawn to flowers or any of these. So what I'm trying to say is, it's interesting how it is winter and I'm drawn to this one, and the next season that we're going to go in after this is spring. Excuse me. So usually that's something trying to block the throat chakra, but could also be because I needed water and it's kind of dry in here. What I'm trying to say is that you are going to transition into this new cycle. It is going to happen. And I'm seeing, because of the eggs, the bird and the eggs in the nest, there's going to be a birthing of something new. That now this could be a real child or a baby being born, or conceived, or just babies in general, your children. But what I'm getting is this is referring to something metaphorically that's birthing into your life that you've never had before. This is a brand new thing, situation, or baby coming into your life. But I think it's more of a situation or a thing. And it could be related to anything. It could be related to your love life. It could be related to your abundance, your money. It could be related to health, family. Okay. So you apply that wherever that, needs to be applied, if that makes sense. Whatever area it resonates with. We also have another bird here, I've just noticed. Grounding, go deep, explore your roots. And I'm feeling like what this is saying is, even if you can't get outside, but I suggest to get outside no matter where you are, what temperature it is, if you can, okay? But if that's not possible to ground outside, which I would suggest to, like she's doing, sitting on the ground or just putting your bare feet on the ground. Right now, not many people can do that because of how cold it is, and the snow, etc. But wherever you are, it could be different. But usually there's snow and it's cold out there. But even if you're inside and you just like make a little nice space for yourself where you can go that is kind of away from everyone, and see how she's reading, she's at peace. And it's kind of like saying, create a space for yourself that's comfortable. Maybe light some candles, some incense, whatever you like, a diffuser. Try to engage your senses. Like have a fuzzy blanket or a comfortable rug to sit on, kind of like how she is on. your comfy clothes, you know, sweatpants, t-shirt type thing, hoodie, whatever. And get those, like, get your senses involved with this. I don't know why I'm feeling that, but maybe because it says grounding, you know. And when it says explore your roots, think about it. The root chakra, it has to do with the physical world. So if we're tapping into the five senses, I think that is definitely a good direction to ground yourself. Like, get some natural, I don't know why I just said natural, but like natural things to burn. Like, for example, the sage or Palo Santo or even bay leaves or cinnamon, like any of that. And it's cleansing too. So it's not only like going to help you ground, but it's going to cleanse your space as well. There are other things you can burn too, or just incense, you know. Try to get like something more natural than not, I would suggest. A candle will help with the element of fire. So when I said burning the other things, now that's earth and fire, if you think about it, right? Because these herbs and things come from the earth. And then you're obviously lighting it on fire. So the smoke is a combination of earth and fire, which is interesting. And you can have maybe a diffuser for the water aspect and or air. I would say it's both, but they say to have like a feather around, or even if you have, I know a lot of people have their heat on, or you can put on a fan. But like, I'm not telling you have to do any of this, but it's kind of just, like I said, engaging your senses. Having like nice, it's, again, this doesn't have to be like this, but decorate this little space with your favorite colors or colors that comfort you, or textures that comfort you. You know, make it pretty, like put little lights around or whatever floats your boat, you know. It doesn't have to be like that, but there's like little trinkets and things you can decorate your little space with as well. I don't know. This is just for me. It just kind of elevates my mood as well. And knowing it's comfortable, knowing it's like kind of tailored to me, boosts my mood. And I don't know if that would be a grounding thing, but I'm feeling this from the energy from this reading. I know I'm spending a lot of time on these little cards here. There's only 4 total, but I feel it's very important to focus on it if it feels like it needs to be talked about. Also, she's reading, so you might be reading something, or you might want to read a book maybe you haven't read in a while, or okay, hold on. Let's see here. Like, it could be other things too. It could just be like reading articles, researching. It could be even just watching something that's educational. Anything that's, but I feel it's more of a reading thing. Something like where you have this quiet little corner and you're reading something that's very intriguing, kind of like just getting lost in your own little world, so to say. Because when you start reading, it's like you do kind of get lost in it and create your own world in your mind from what you're reading. But again, it's whatever feels right to you. That's what I would do. I wouldn't do exactly what I'm saying. Oh yeah, and I forgot taste too, because you can also make tea or anything that's going to calm you. I would suggest tea would be one of the best things to have when you're doing a grounding thing like this. Let's see. Let's go on to the next ones now. Just want to say there's more orange here going on. Not much, but it's there. And like a mauve or like a purpley, like reddish color. Okay, so choosing your path, all is possible. So no matter what, like I said, if someone's trying to block your path, you can still move forward. And what I'm hearing is there's many different paths to get back to the main path. So don't worry, don't feel like, oh, well, someone's blocking this, or you feel like there's a blockage. Doesn't mean you need to stop. It just means you might have to stop for a second and just see how he's like up above and he's looking over this path here. He's looking over and looking at everything. He's really looking in the distance, but what I get from this is that you have to kind of have like a higher perspective. And then this woman is also up in this castle. She's up here looking at the sky and the lightning and thunder, the lightning coming down. And this one says, distant thunder, clear the air. We're going to get to that. But what he's doing is, this is what my interpretation is for this particular reading, is that he's looking over and he's trying to see, okay, well, I just got blocked in that one path, so let's see where all the other paths are, or at least walkways. Even if you have to create your own path, that's totally fine. Again, this is all metaphorical, but this is what I'm seeing, is he's kind of scoping it out and saying, okay, where's a clear opening that I can maneuver through? How can I get through this? Which way do I have to go? So you're seeing where it's most clear. And that's what I feel you're doing metaphorically right now too, or you need to do. So if you feel that you're being blocked, or maybe you don't even know you're being blocked, but once you are, you're going to know, and then you're going to again, I think this is an order too, like grounding first. That's important. Then go back, and then you can reassess everything, look at everything from a higher perspective, and then you can see where your next steps are going to be. Because everything has to do with steps, right? You can't get anywhere until you take one step after the other. Okay? So remember, can't talk. Some changes are small, and a lot of them are, and we don't realize that if we just make small steps, we can get closer and closer to our destination. I think sometimes us thinking that things are small, that maybe they're less significant, but that's not true, because some progress, or a little progress, is some progress, right? So that's what I want you to remember for that. And then distant thunder, clear the air. I just feel like this is you speaking your truth too, and being like, this is where I stand, like letting people know. And maybe some boundaries need to be set or put into place. Because with clear the air, and like something needs to be known or seen, shown. Or this also, I think this relates to the Tower card, where it's like everything crumbles down, but then you can rebuild. And I feel like somebody or something or a group of people are trying to, like, how do I explain it? Like, they want to keep destroying what you've built and not letting you get far with the progress that you've already made. Even though I was like, okay, remember with this card, I said that a little progress is some progress, right? But then what keeps happening is the Tower. I'm relating this to the Tower. I think that's what it is anyway. I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking. Things are going to break down. Things are going to crumble down. That's what they want, though. Like, this happens, but, okay. The Tower moments happen all throughout our lives, and that's normal, really. But at the same time, there are times where these things are created and they're purposefully done by other energies, if that makes sense. And you have to be what your responsibility is to be aware of it and to tap in and to see, like, spiritually, like, what's going wrong or what doesn't feel right or what does feel right, and go with that, you know. And sometimes we make mistakes, and that's okay. Like, I'm not saying, you know, be perfect, because none of us are, but it's like, kind of like, be more aware of, like, any storms, so to say, coming. See how she's like, she ran out there. It looks like she just ran out onto this balcony, and she's like, oh my goodness, there's a storm coming. And it's like, I get the sense she's going to go back inside and tell everybody inside. And I think maybe that's something that's relating to you too. Maybe you are here to warn others as well. And that might be part of this. That's very interesting. But this is mainly for you. Like, these readings that I do are mainly for you and your journey and your spiritual path, I should say. But you can always look to see, okay, which way do I go? Now that I know I can't go this way, you might have to keep reassessing, even after tower moments, especially after a tower moment, right? So I know it can be exhausting, but it's more exhausting to not be aware of these things and then have this continuously try to stop you. Like, you know, when your momentum is stopped and then it's like, oh my gosh, I was just, like, you're running and then someone tries to stop you while you're running. It's like, it's harder to start running again. And to keep doing that, like, if someone keeps stopping you in the midst of you running or even just walking past, it's like you have to slow your momentum down, stop, then gain that momentum again. So what the goal is to keep that momentum going. But, like, and I can't speculate. I don't even want to speculate, like, what this is, because I think the more you get focused on what is trying to stop you, you lose focus of everything, like what the meaning of everything is. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Like, you're going to lose focus on yourself. If you're focused on the enemy, or you're focused on people that want to create themselves to be enemies to you, because a lot of the time that's what's going on. You're not even bothered. Sometimes you don't even know, you're not even aware of this. And that's why I say it's good to be aware, but don't focus on it. You know, sometimes we don't even know what's going on. So that's why it's being brought up. But the main reason to bring this up is to protect you, right? Because it's coming through your angels or your guides or your ancestors or all of them. It's coming through for a reason. Okay. We also have 3 cards left. I'm going to try to make this quick, but ascending the mountain, keep going forward. Yeah. Just keep going. So that is going to help you gain back your momentum. I know, like I said, it's been really tough. It hasn't been easy, this journey. It's a lot of winding roads, just like in this card. And like I said, there's a storm that's coming in, and there's many storms. And there's many cycles. But you keep transforming, you keep rising from the ashes like the phoenix, again and again and again. But what's important is to ground yourself, reassess where you need to go, and continue to move forward. Because, okay, here's the next cards. Mystic Healer, healing energy flows through you. I'm going to do this. Okay. Healing energy flows through you. So you are a healer, or you're becoming a healer, or you're also maybe all above are also learning from a healer or healers. I think you're just learning to tap into this light within you, and I feel like because she's full of light, that's how it looks to me. So it's like you're tapping into the light in you. And then you're going to learn how to share it. You're going to learn how to heal others, but also share that with others so they can heal others too. I think that's why you're not being stopped the way that people think they can stop you. Because you're a healer, you know that all is all is possible with this card. You know you can choose your own path. And that's the secret. But you're sharing this secret with the world. You're the healer. These people that are doing this, they're really blind, because if they truly knew they could do this, they would. Because we all have the ability to do this. Everything, again, all is possible. But when you're not doing what's righteous, what's right for you, what's right for everyone else, then you're going to muddy the waters for yourself and others. You're not going to see, you're not going to have spiritual clarity. But when you're a healer, you start to clear all that stuff up and you start seeing more. You have more of a spiritual, like a third eye. You're tapped into your third eye more, and you're seeing the truth of what's in the spirit realm, and you're helping yourself clear that out and grow, and then you're helping others do the same thing. Okay, we also have rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. So regardless of anything, okay, anything that anyone's trying to do to you, your blessings are on the way to you. And I think it's not just on the way, but it's like you have constant blessings because you are this healer, because you are trying to do the right thing all the time, because you're walking that path with God. And blessings are inevitable when you're doing that, when you're trying to do what's righteous. And again, transformation is what the rainbow means. And blessings, yeah. Blessings, transformation. Oh, yeah, and then the bridge is also an arch or an arc. Wait, would it be an arch? Yeah, an arch. So there's something that has to do with arches, because look, and then there's also this opening here has like an arch. And then this kind of has one. I mean, it's a very fancy design, but it still has somewhat of like a little arch. You know, even the little design on the balcony. So, I want to say again that represents bridges and crossing over from one realm to the next, I want to say. So, like, you're really going, I want to say this is a rite of passage. If anybody doesn't know what that is, I would suggest to go look it up. They're very huge, monumental points in your life that you'll always remember. Like a rite of passage would be being born. Not to say that you're going to know or remember when you were born, but for example, your mother will definitely remember the day you were born, right? Because it's so big, it's so monumental, it's a huge life change, birthing another human being into the world. Like we were saying with this card, with the first light, with the eggs from the bird. I just lost my train of thought, but something, yeah. You're birthing into a new realm. And like people don't understand, because portals are not like some random circle thing that you go through and then you end up in another reality. Like, I don't know if that's really true. Hey, it could be true. We don't know. But what I'm trying to say is you're going through a spiritual portal. That's really what a portal is. That's how I think of it. Like, you're transitioning, again, transformation, transforming from one thing to another. But this is bigger than just transforming. This is like going from one life to another. You're really changing something. Something big is going to happen to you. And that's why people are trying to block it. So, let's see. I think that's all I want to say. And there's flowers here. I've never noticed that. So I feel like you're going to be congratulated. Like, people are going to give you flowers and gifts and things. I don't know why I'm getting that, but like, congratulations. A congratulatory gift or many gifts. And that has to do with blessings, of course. But it's weird how I've never seen that. And then, like, it looks like when you walk through here, it looks sunnier and more beautiful. Like, all behind here is all dark. And then when you walk through towards the sun and the water, there's a rainbow over you. It's like everything is being cleansed, and it's more beautiful, and it's more vibrant and full of life, you know? And that's the new realm that you're walking into. So you're walking out of darkness into this beautiful atmosphere of blessings showering your life. Like it says, blessings are showering your life. Yeah, so this is really cool. Very good reading. Okay, I will see you guys next time. I hope everybody's doing well. If you like the video, please hit the like button. And if you'd like to subscribe, please do so as well. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.